was like, I'm not gonna even holler, because a hit dog will holler, and I'm not a hit dog. What's up, guys and dolls? Britt here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, hello babies, and welcome to my beautiful Bratts family. My name is Brittany, Britt, Brat, Britt, whichever floats your boat. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be another story time video, because today is Sip and Tell Saturday, you guys. Today's story time is going to be a little different because I'm actually going to try out this new series for my story times here on my channel called SBRATTIEST, which is basically where I'm going to sit and tell you guys a story time of a time where I was, you know, unnecessarily petty or immature, or like I was just being extra, like I was just doing too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I do have a few story times where I was in the wrong, or I did some shady, shysty stuff, you know what I'm saying? We all have those moments, because, you know, we still growing, we still learning, and God is still working on me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, today's story time of the day is actually going to be about the time that I played my position as the side chick. Now, y'all probably think y'all know where this is going to go, but y'all really don't know where it's going to go. Or maybe some of y'all do, but I don't really think that y'all know where it's gonna go. So if you want to hear all about this crazy story time, y'all, please grab something to sip on, grab something to munch on, and let's get right into it, okay? So today's sip of the day, as y'all can tell, is the blue Powerade. Y'all, I've been sipping on this all day. Like, I have a Powerade addiction. Like, I've always had a Powerade addiction, but I thought I was getting better. But anyway, you guys, this story time happened my sophomore year of college. So literally just last year, not my freshman year of college. We already know my freshman year was the year I just didn't give not one care in the world. Like, I was ready to fight any and everybody for any and everything. I was ready to chump somebody off for any and everything. Like, I was just with it. Like, I was with whatever. I was down for whatever. But my sophomore year, I kind of calmed down a little bit because I got tired of being so hot-headed, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got so tired of being hot-headed, and I got so tired of giving everybody and everything a reaction, so I kind of calmed down. But this particular situation, somebody tried me, and like, I don't know, I was just in the mood to be petty. I was in the mood to be bratty. I wanted things to go my way, and it was going to go my way regardless, no matter what I had to do. Also, I just want to say, none of my friends know about this situation. I never told anybody about this situation, so not even the other person involved in this story time knows that I did this. But once he comes across this video, if he comes across this video, he gonna probably, you know, hit me up and be like, oh really? Oh really? So you was moving like that? But it's already happened. It happened a year ago. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. We're going to call the girl, let's call her Crystal, okay? So Crystal and I had mutual friends. I guess you would call them friends. They were more so her friends than they were my friends. I just talked to them because I'm the type of person, I talk to any and everybody. Like, if you're polite to me, I'm going to be polite to you. Like, I'm just a very kind person, you know what I'm saying? So I talk to everybody. So amongst those mutual friends was this guy. Now mind you, Crystal was a junior in college. I was a sophomore at the time. This guy was also a junior, but he and I had one class together. In that class, the only people I would ever talk to, it was him, my roommate, because my roommate also had that class with us, and then a few more people in the class that I would talk to from time to time. So we're going to call him, I don't know why I like Nate, so we're gonna call him Nate. So one day my roommate and I were sitting in class. It was the same class that we had with Nate, but Nate didn't come to class. So we were sitting in class and I overheard one of his closer friends. They were kind of like, they weren't really behind my roommate and I, but they were kind of like diagonal but behind us, if you get what I'm saying. So this is my roommate and I, this is our table, and then this is them, you know. And so I heard the girl, she was like, yeah, she has this huge crush on him. She thought that we had something going on. To be honest, like, it seems like she don't like none of his friends. And, you know, I didn't know who she was talking about. I just overheard her say that. Fast forward to later that evening. The same friend that was talking about whoever and whatever she was talking about in class, she DM'd me and she was like, hey, a bunch of us are going out to 50 Cent wing night. Do you want to come? This, that, and the third. I can come pick you up if need be. I was like, nah, I don't really feel like hanging out tonight and I ain't got no money, so I'm gonna pass, but y'all have fun. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She was like, all right, well, let me know if you change your mind, all that. Long story short, I did not change my mind. I had no intention to change my mind because, like I said in the text message, I wanted to stay in my dorm. I just wanted to chill out. So my roommate and I, we were just watching movies, just binge watching movies. Like, literally, that's all my roommate and I ever did. So we was watching movies or whatever, and I got a text message maybe like an hour or so after the girl had invited me out. And it was from Nate. And he was basically like, yo, where you at? This, that, and the third. I thought you was going to come. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nah, I just decided to stay in tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll catch up with y'all later or something like that. Because I'm not going to say that I did not like Crystal, but it was just something about her energy that was off. Because every time I came around, it was like there was a problem with her. Like, she would literally look at me like this. Like, I kid you not, every single time this girl saw me, that's how she would look at me. And I would never understand it. But now, looking back on the situation, it all makes sense. But we'll get there. So, yeah, I explained to him I was broke for one. And for two, like, I didn't feel like going out. I just wanted to stay in or whatever. He was like, all right, well, enjoy your night with your roommate. Because I told him that me and my roommate were watching TV and stuff like that. That was the end of the conversation, right? The next morning, like midnight, in the middle of the night, around maybe like 1:30, 2:30 at the latest, I get a DM on Instagram. Mind you, I was not fully awake, but I wasn't completely asleep. Like, I was on my way to sleep, if that makes sense. And I got this DM, and I didn't know who the person was because I didn't follow them. So of course it said you have a message request. So once I read the message, it was from Crystal, and she was like, hey, this is Crystal, you up? And I accepted the message request and I responded. I was like, yeah, hey, I'm up, what's good? And she was basically just like, so I haven't seen or talked to Nate since I saw him earlier today at the at wing night. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, like, why is that my problem? Like, why you telling me? Because mind you, you guys, this girl was not my friend, right? So she's asking me all these questions about Nate, and I'm just like, he and I don't really talk unless he's trying to get into my building or unless he has a question about homework. And I texted him earlier tonight because he was asking where I was and why I didn't show up, but that was about it. You know, I kept it real with her. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I would just thought that you would know where he is because y'all always talking. I was like, oh, okay, well, no, I don't know where he is. The last time I talked to him was when y'all was at 50 Cent wing night. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I was just wondering because y'all always talking, so I thought you might know where he went. sweetheart, baby girl. At that point, I was starting to feel like she was hinting at something, but she just wasn't saying it. And I don't know why I felt like that. It was just like intuition telling me she's trying to say something, but she won't just come out and say it. And I was like, well, no, he and I don't really text or talk or anything unless I see him in class or unless he has a question or something like that. Like, we barely really talk. And she was like, I texted you because he's always secretive about you, so I just figured that you might know where he is because y'all always talking. Like, just kept repeating the same thing. And at that point, I was just like, okay, well, I don't know where he is. I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're literally going back and forth saying the same thing pretty much. Like, she's pretty much just saying he's secretive about you, this, that, and the third. You're always talking to him, blah, blah. And I'm literally just saying, well, the last time I talked to him was when y'all was at wing night, and I haven't talked to him anymore. So then she just flat out questions me like, you sure? It almost felt like she was trying to push me to admit to something that wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, have y'all ever had a conversation with somebody and it just feel like they want you to admit to something that you have not done? Or like, if somebody asked me, is the sky blue? And I say, yeah. And they're like, you sure? You sure it's not green? You sure it's not green? Like, it's like, yes, I'm sure the sky is not green. Like, I can show you the receipts. Look up at the sky. You know what I'm saying? And I was literally telling her, like, I can send you screenshots. Like, we don't talk. Like, And she was like, okay, well, if you hear from him, let me know. Didn't I just tell you that I don't talk to him like that? So why would you even assume that I would hear from him? But okay. So I was like, yeah, for sure. I ended the conversation right there. Like, I didn't even want to talk to her no more. I was just like, girl, whatever. So a few days go by and my roommate and I are sitting in class and Nate walks through the door. Which, to be honest, at this point in time, like around this time, that was new for him, because at a certain point he just like stopped coming to class. So this was the first time in a long time that he actually showed up for class. So he showed up for class or whatever, and I was like, hey, have you talked to Crystal? And he was like, no, why? And I was like, well, she was worried about you when y'all went to wing night because she said you left her and she had to find a ride and she hadn't talked to you, and I guess she was trying to hit you up, this and the third. So I don't know if I forgot to mention that detail, but she did mention how after it was time to leave, 50 Cent wing night, that he and his friend had left her, so then she had to find another ride. And that's also another reason why she hit me up, to see if I knew where he was or to see if he was with me, I guess, because I guess she saw when he was texting me when they were sitting at the table or something. So yeah, I don't know if I said that, but yeah. And he was like, man, bro, this girl is getting on my nerves, just kind of complaining about her. And I was like, well, like, what's going on with y'all? Because she was really hitting me up on some other type stuff. Like, she was wilding out. And he was like, what was she saying? And I just explained to him, the conversation that we had. And I showed him the messages. And he was like, why is she so worried about me? I was like, I don't know. You tell me, because you and I, we not really friends or whatever. Like, we cool or whatever, but we not really friends. So I don't know why she would hit me up at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning asking me about where you at. And he was like, I don't know either. Like, I don't even mess with her like that, this and the third. I was like, well, she seemed really concerned. And he was like, well, I'll talk to her about that later. He was like, but I'm sorry she bothered you. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I was like, I mean, it really wasn't a problem. I was just confused. That was the end of the conversation. That's all the conversation really was. Like, that's all the conversation was. I kid you not, that same day, it was probably around maybe like the afternoon, I say 3 o'clock at the latest, because I do remember I was at work. And I got DM after DM after DM. And the first DM, like, all of them were from Crystal. Mind you, I'm at work and this girl is DMing me back to back to back. And she was basically just like, I have a question and I need you to be honest with me because it's just stuff that I need to clear up, like stuff I need to get off my chest. And then she asked me if Nate and I had something going on, if we were together, if we were talking, you know, just asking a series of questions about me and Nate. And then she was like, if he's leading me on while he's with you or while he's talking to you, this and the third, I need to know so I can end it and cut him off, this and the third. I basically explained to her, like I did a few nights ago, the only time he talks to me is when he has questions about homework or questions about a project or a test, or if he's trying to get into my residence hall. That was literally it, and I explained that to her. She gonna respond talking about some, alright, bet. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever helps you sleep at night, girl. Y'all, I thought that was the end of the conversation. I thought we ended it there. I thought it was dead. I get off of work around 5 o'clock. I go to dinner, and then I'm back in my dorm by 6:30. Let me tell y'all what this hoe did. I was scrolling through my DMs or whatever. I don't know what I was looking for, but I was looking for something. So I was scrolling through my DMs, and I saw that Crystal's Instagram account had, like, I saw that she had posted on her story. So, you know, I look at everybody's story, so I clicked on it. Basically posting subliminal messages about me and Nate, and one of them said something like, B word, if I ask you, are you talking to somebody, just be straight up. You ain't gotta lie, this, that, and the third. And it was a lot of B words. It was a lot of derogatory terms in her post. So I'm just like, she ain't talking about me, is she? Because I was like, I'm not gonna even holler, because a hit dog will holler, and I'm not a hit dog, so I'm not even gonna pay it no mind. Maybe she talking about somebody else. Y'all, I let this ride out for about a good 2 to 3 hours, and every hour, really like every 5 minutes, she was updating her story. And every 5 minutes when she updated, I was clicking on her story, reading it, you know, just to get my little update so I could have all my receipts or whatever. And then there was one post, the last straw, and that's when I knew that she was talking about me, because in my head I was like, ain't nobody else that she talking about. Now I don't remember what the post said verbatim, but all I remember is something about snitching and snitches get stitches. That's all I know. And I knew at that moment that she was talking about me. Like, I knew for a fact. Because it's like, who else are you talking about? Like, it's not just this big coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all want to know what I did? I'll tell y'all what I did. So earlier that evening, Nate had texted me, and he was basically like, hey, I'm gonna be coming by your, you know, residence hall. Can you open the door for me when I get there? I said, yeah, for sure. So when he got there, he texted me and he was like, hey, I'm outside, open the door. So I texted him, come around to the back, it's closer to my room, so I can open the door for you. And he was like, all right, cool. He came around, I let him in or whatever. Y'all probably already know where I'm about to go with this. My petty behind decided that I was going to screenshot those messages. I sent her the screenshot, and I was like, here, is this what you wanted to see? And then I went to my Snapchat and I went scrolling for a particular video. There was one day in class where Nate had said something. He either said something or did something, and my roommate and I were cracking up. So I recorded him, and I was basically like, whose man's is this, or something like that. Like, I'll insert the video in here. I'm gonna blur his face out, obviously, but I'm gonna insert the video here so y'all can see or whatever. Via. I found that video and I sent that to her too, and I was basically like, you happy now? And she was pissed, y'all. Like, as soon as she saw those messages, she literally went back to her story and she was like, niggas ain't sugar honey iced tea. And then she put like the 100 emoji, and then the eye roll emoji, and then the middle finger emoji. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was cracking up laughing. I lost it, y'all. Like, I was laughing so much that my roommate came into my room and she was like, you okay? I was like, yeah. I was just reading something and it was funny. And she was like, oh, okay. And she went back to her room. Y'all, I had to be petty. I had to be petty. I told you the truth. I told you that we wasn't messing around. I told you that we ain't had nothing going on, but that wasn't enough for you. So now I'm just about to lie, because it seemed like you want me to say, oh yeah, we together, we talking, So y'all, I got some fake receipts. And I sent them her way. And I was like, are you happy? Is this what you wanted to hear? Y'all, when I tell y'all, the next day that we had class with Nate, and he actually showed up, because like I said, that boy barely showed up to class. And he was basically just telling me and my roommate about, you know, he was talking about something, and then he mentioned how Crystal stopped talking to him, but he really didn't care. He was like, he don't know what happened, but he was glad that she stopped talking to him. Y'all don't know how bad I wanted to be like, oh, that was me. But yeah, like, I just thought that was so funny. Like, I can't believe I did that, to be honest, but it is what it is. To this day, I cannot believe nobody knows about that. Like, now y'all know about it, but like, literally, you guys, like, nobody knew about that. I didn't tell anybody about that. I mean, like, I tried to tell you multiple times before, baby girl, but you just didn't want to. For some reason, you didn't believe me, so you got played. Alright, you guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to join my Bratz fam here on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a beat. Also, I know that I missed my Friday Face playlist video yesterday and my Let's Talk About It Thursday video Thursday, but I will upload that tonight. Not the playlist video, but I will upload the Let's Talk About It Thursday video tonight along with this story time, because I know that you guys need y'all advice, and I know that y'all really wanted to connect with me. But for some reason, Thursday, when I tried to download the video to my iPad so I could upload it to YouTube, it just wasn't working. So I had to spend all day today rebooting my iPad so the videos can download so I could upload them. And yesterday was just a really rough day for me. Like, even today was a rough day, but I was like, I gotta push through today and I gotta make a video. Like, I have to, because I even put on my story that I was going to upload for you guys today. But yesterday and today were like really rough for me. But yeah, so about those videos, I will get them to you. Well, I will get my Thursday video to you guys today, and I will post on my Instagram story when both of these videos are up, and of course I'll post on my Instagram clips and snips of both videos so y'all can go check those out on Instagram. But yeah, you guys, until the next video, please be safe, stay bold, stay beautiful, and at the end of the day, when all else fails, just be real about that sugar honey iced tea, baby. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.
I'd rather keep it real with ya. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Hacking, stupid, what's happening?